It's time to be the bad guy, chat. We've got Arboreal Grazers, we've got Elvish Rejuvenators, we've got Nissa's Pilgrimages, Our Promises, Oblivion Sowers, 8 mana, Planeswalkers, Ulamogs, World Breakers, all sorts of stuff here. There are Walking Ballistas in this deck. There's not Walking Ballistas in this build. That may or may not be correct. So I would like to make I would like to go on the record early in this incredibly clear. I have no strong feelings or thoughts about any of the details in this deck. There's no Land War Elves in this build. There's Spatial Contortions instead. There's no Walking Ballistas. We've got Oblivion Sowers. There aren't a lot of Cavalier of Thorns. There's no Ovenwald Hydra. I have no idea what's optimal. I played against this archetype a lot. This is our first time playing with it. Let's go ahead and dive on into a league with this one and see how it goes. When you've been interested in trying a red-black oven deck with Impact, Tremors, and Pioneer, I'm working on the list, but will probably be, quite possibly, I tend to not say yes or no to what decks I will or won't play just by hearing an archetype or a couple cards in it. So when you have a deck together that you'd like to potentially submit to be played, you can submit the deck using the link on my website there. I usually get back to people every evening. Part of my post-stream ritual is I sign off, I publish videos to YouTube, and then I respond to things in the deck queue and get ready for the next day. Or throw Jeff $100 in bits. That's true. That's true. If you ship it with 10k bits, it gets played, no questions asked. For my historic build around, you rock, Bobby. That'll be. Speaking of shipping with 10k bits and it's all okay. Vomit that rainbow heart bits. That heart is puking a rainbow. It really is. Easy mulligan here. No green mana. I don't think I can keep this hand, right? I don't think I can keep a hand that doesn't do anything. I think I need a Grazer or some acceleration. My 27 land deck is keeping this one lander. And we're going to like it. Am I on the draw? I think I'm on the draw. I'm on the draw. I'm going to keep Arboreal Grazer, and we're going to just draw running lands here. What's the limit on meme decks in Pioneer? Everybody thinks different things are good or bad, so I don't have a hard limit. Again, just submit it, and I'll let you know. Toss a hundo to your streamer, oh Valley of Bezos. Toss a prime to your streamer, oh Valley of Bezos. Great. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, please don't censor me now. Do do do. Do 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 do. We were gonna successfully go 1-3-5 there if they hadn't had a counter spell, so that's pretty sick. The good news is this matchup tends to be good for us, although drawing Spatial Contortion is not where we want to be in life. That's a Teferi. Hoping to draw land here. That's so incredibly unfortunate. Yes, this is the no bad matchups, only bad draws green deck, which, as it's currently showing you, mulligan to 5 and then draw 2 cards that don't have text in this matchup. This is Pioneer Tron. I think that card's really good, Chucky. I think I agree with Bob that could possibly be one of the better cards in the set. I think that card's going to see play in every constructed format for Pioneer, as far as Pioneer, Historic, and Standard are. They're definitely supposed to counter this. If they don't counter this, it makes 2 zombies. I'm going to have 3 deserts in play. Yeah, you don't play Oasis to activate it. You play Oasis because it's a desert for Hour of Promise. Yeah, it could possibly be modern playable too. I agree with that. I'm gonna concede here. I don't feel like playing this game anymore. We don't have any lands. I drew a bunch of cards that are awful in the matchup, so they're playing slowly. So just get a quality of life, move on. To cut these 8 cards that aren't good here and bring in 8 cards that are good. Who likes our plan of nothing to do before turn 4? Before turn 3? I know I do. Is it crazy to trim a land here? Can I just trim a Radiant Fountain? I think I'm going to trim a Radiant Fountain. And going down to 26 lands here is probably fine. Oh, feels magic, man. I'm gonna keep this hand. Let's draw some lands. This mana base, right? How many green sources are in here? So we're on 27 lands, but 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We only have 16 green sources in this deck. It's kind of bold. Sick. Never didn't have it, chat. Never didn't have it. Swish. Swish. Yeah, I frequently develop strong feelings while we play, Marty. That's the point of playing. It's like a relationship, Marty. You gotta build on something so your feelings can become strong. Yeah, Courser, especially on 16 green, is interesting. We do have Pilgrimage and other things that find green sources, so like, yeah, getting to play Thought-Knot Seer out of the sideboard and Spatial Contortion. Like, you need to play Spatial Contortion, right? Like, this is a mono green ramp deck, but it is basically a 2-color deck, right? Like, Wingdings is a color for the purpose of what this deck is doing. Well, I guess I take the Absorb, huh? I give Thought-Knot that dirty D. Our opponent's got some win cons in their deck, which is good. They need them for this matchup. Yes, Thought-Knot Seer is not dies as it leaves the battlefield. Did they hit their 6th land on time? They did. We're probably dead here, huh? I guess I could find an Ulamog. I guess I can find an Ulamog. Alright. Wow, we were waiting for 10 minutes and I forgot to do Stream Decker that whole time. Y'all should fire me. I guess if I World Breaker first, Oblivion Sower gets the land I World Breaker. That's an interesting thought. Nemesis, thank you for the 31 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, 8 mana Ugin also just cleans us right up here. Yeah, that's we're nowhere near out of this game. You what? Excuse me? So I have 6, 7, 8, 9 mana currently. I think I'm supposed to Sower and then try and hit some more lands to cast another spell this turn. Alright, so this is 5 lands. So if I pay for this, I can Hour of Promise this turn. Oh, what's the Temple at double mana? Yeah, I think the Temple is at double mana there. I could have cast another Oblivion Sower there, potentially. It's a good catch. That's fine. We'll remember that for next turn. So I'll get double Shrine here. And then next turn, I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 mana. So if I draw a land next turn, I can World Breaker plus Ulamog. And I need to draw the land because otherwise this Elspeth ultimates and I die. Right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So if we hit a land here, we get to do some stuff. Second World Breaker. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I think we might be dead to the Elspeth ult here. Yeah, that's worth noting. If we had a Walking Ballista to go get, we could potentially be okay. Wait, did I miscount? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, only 9 still. Guess you just get another Thought-Knot Seer here. Yeah, because they're going to get flying too, right? Yeah, we're dead. So, if we'd have had Walking Ballista here, we would have gotten to take Disdainful Stroke here and then play Walking Ballista. So we directly lost this game because we didn't have a Walking Ballista to go get in our 60, in our 75. How many color sources do we have? 1, 2, 15 it looks like. Yeah, because we have 11 plus Oasis. We did not. We died. There's a chance I missequenced 2 a little bit, but not having Walking Ballista was definitely troublesome at the end. Caesar, thanks for the 3/4 of a year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. If we'd have drawn a land at the end there, we'd have been okay too. If we'd have drawn a land the last turn. Does anyone have a green-black rock-style decklist and Pioneer that isn't mediocre? There were some green-black Delirium lists for XC Mana Tithe. If you go back and look at some of the preliminary events. This is why I can't play tier 1 decks, chat. This is why I can't play tier 1 decks. Just further, I would like the record to reflect that these are good examples of why I don't play tier 1 decks. Turn 1 Evolving Wilds. Friendo. Opponent played weird card. Chat immediately suggests that something Saffron Olive played. That tracks. Welcome to the you lost the first match bracket. Probably need to restart Moto. Yeah, he's almost 3 gigs of RAM. We'll restart after this. At some point, my 27 land deck today is going to play a bunch of lands in a row, and it's going to be great, but until we make it to that day... Slow and steady. If we run off 2 untapped lands here, Sower can get us into Ugin, and then Ugin probably takes the game over. Hey, K-Dog, thanks for 11 months. I appreciate you keeping me around. Usually between 2 and 3 gigs of RAM. In my experience, Moto becomes completely unplayable once it hits about 3 gigs of memory used. Yeah, this deck definitely doesn't have the Ancient Stirrings, Chromatic Star, Spear, that type of aspect that Tron tends to have. Oh, that's true. Yeah, this is Ancient Tomb, right? So if we draw untapped land here, we get to Sower this turn. That's a good call. Sweet. Why did they print Ancient Tomb, chat? This Ancient Tomb's good in Modern too, right? Like, people are casting Titan at a curve with it. Only got one friend off of that. Feels bad, man. It is an Ancient Tomb that does not cast Ugin, which is unfortunate. You could say our opponent is no longer clueless, chat. Do you think they can deck out? What are the odds they deck out? Oh yeah, I guess I didn't highlight Get Rug Monster yet. What turn is this? This is turn 6. We'll die before they deck out. Probably accurate. Save them some time. No, I don't really have a use for any of the data tracking apps. They're not useful to me. People tend to use apps like that to draw conclusions that aren't meaningful from sample sizes that are embarrassingly small. Is it crazy to just click submit here? I feel like I'm just clicking submit. Like, we mulliganed to 5 and then missed a land drop that game. This matchup should be quite reasonable for us. I could trim some Arboreal Grazers, I guess. The reason Magic is so great is because it has a little something for everyone. Thanks for the 2 years, C-Unit. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, I don't know that I really want to interact with them. I think I just want to, like, go over the top and kill them. Some of the decks in the tracker is at 5K plus games from so many people playing them. Sure, but how many of those games are post-board games? And how many of those post-board games do those people have the same post-board configuration? There's so many variables to track in Magic. I guess I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of them are best of one games, but like, if a lot of them are best of one games, then the data then, again, is not relevant or useful for people trying to extrapolate to best of 3. Hey, CBC, thanks for the 15th month of support there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Well, the bad players thing balances itself out a little bit because the way the ladder works, you'll have bad players frequently playing against other similarly bad players. Interaction is so 2010s, we're 2020, we're going over the top. Get in there, little grazer. Let them know what's up. Send them a message. Do I want to double contortion this? Nah, probably not. I could double contortion a Gifrog if they play it. Yeah, I mean, we'll draw a thing eventually, right? Famous last words. We're 1 permanent off of Arc being active. Shrine of the Forsaken God makes 2 mana for a colorless spell in the event you have 7 lands or more. So this is now a double land for colorless spells. And they know about one of these spatials, so like if they have a tracker, they might be holding on to it. Do you have to like open packs in this version like MTGA? No, Magic Online has a full buy, sell, trade secondary market. You just like open a vendor website like my sponsor MTGO Traders and just fill a shopping cart and click checkout. No, I don't really read much Magic content these days. What little amounts of Magic content I do consume is other people on Twitch. Yeah, Magic Online can be expensive. Like, for instance, we were actually just talking about it, and someone went and looked it up. To buy a play set of every card that currently exists on Magic Online currently costs just shy of 20,000 American dollars. Is this how you ramp deck, chat? I think this is how you ramp deck. Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. I expected it to be more, honestly. How much is that in shillings? Shillings have no cash value. That's weird. I cast a spell and they conceded. Strange. Strange. What an interesting and engaging endgame for Magic the Gathering. Yep. Yeah, while I feel for a degree to people who like don't have another modern deck to play after their Mox Opals and stuff got banned, a good general rule of thumb is whatever amount of money you're spending on Magic the Gathering cards, if you can't take that money and just literally set it on fire, you probably shouldn't be spending it on Magic cards. You should always only be spending money on Magic cards that you consider if that money was gone, you're not going to be upset. Yeah, for sure, Zuchin. Thanks for the 14 months, Rian. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Llanowar Scout is notably not a combo with Courser of Kruphix. Well, we just need to draw lands for the rest of the game. We'll be good to go. One guy from where I live lost 5 decks in yesterday's ban. It's been a hard ban, wars. So if we draw any land we draw next turn lets us Oblivion Sower because we have Ancient Tomb in the form of Castle Garenbrig. Mox Opals are still $90+. That'll change. Almost certainly that'll change. Ever cool. Big Mama. Nissa, shake my world, mama. Shake my world. No one told me they put good cards in their Gitrog monster deck. It's not fair. You're not allowed to put good cards in your deck. Weird that they didn't untap Swamp to cast Thoughtseize post-combat. Alright, really need to hit an untapped land here. Sick. Alright, so this is great because it means we get to clear this Emrakul off the top of their deck with this. Sure, I think that's an important acknowledgement, but I also think, again, like, if you're gonna be that upset by it, you're probably, like, weren't paying attention to, like, what the reality was. I assume no standard until Friday. Thursday, everybody gets cards. As always, you can find my schedule and what I'm playing when on my website here. Advocate plus Mutavault, sweet. Our hand's pretty good. So I currently have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana total. Okay, they took both of our chunky guys. Nissa lands don't attack into 5/8 though. I get to play this Cavalier of Thorns out next turn, and then like they can just never kill the Cavalier of Thorns because if they do, I get to get an Ulamog back out of my bin. Llanowar Scout seems really awkward in their deck. Like it doesn't work with Crucible either. That's such a weird inclusion. So, if I do this... Six, 7, 8, 9. So if I cast this and I hit 2 lands off their deck, I get to play Cavalier this turn too. They did not draw Emrakul. We exiled it with Oblivion Sower. It's unfortunate. What's KCI? KCI is Crackclan Ironworks. This is perhaps bad on my part because it means if they draw Thoughtseize next turn, they get to take my Cavalier. They have Ulamog of their own. Are we dead? I think we're dead. Feels Magic Man. All right, how we doing, folks? Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to everybody wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for dropping in here today. If you're a new viewer, my name is Hashep Oasis. I stream Magic full-time here on Twitch. I'm here playing Magic 30, 40, sometimes even 50 hours a week. If you enjoy constructed best of 3, this is definitely the channel for you. We play a ton of Pioneer here on Magic Online, as well as Historic and Standard on Magic Arena. We're also dipping a little bit back into Modern with the recent bannings. As always, love to give a shout out to my wonderful subs. I wouldn't be here day to day without their support, so thanks to all of them for keeping me employed. I'd also like to plug a couple of my wonderful sponsors here really quick. BCW Supplies, the only ones I trust to protect my paper Magic the Gathering cards. Using code HOGLANDIA at bcwsupplies.com, you can save 10% on sleeves, binders, deck box, and all sorts of other fantastic gaming accessories there with them. Cardsphere.com is a peer-to-peer trading network that would love to help you turn your cards into other cards or with other players. There's no haggling, and they just take a 1% fee off the top. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience using code Jeff. Or visiting InkedGaming.com/Jeff, you can get a discount on all of your orders there. And of course, the Nerd Rage Gaming Championship Series is a $5,000 tournament series that happens every single month in the Midwestern United States. They're doing double tournament weekends every month this year, so be sure to check them out. And, of course,
don't make your life garbage time. Join us in Hoaglandia today by subscribing to Jeff Hoagland with Twitch Prime today.
Alright, once more into the breach. Playing the deck that I have often spoke of as the best deck in the format, so naturally Magic is Magic and we have not won a match with it. And plenty of mulligans and missed land drops, just how the game goes. Can we mull to 5 for the 3rd game 1 in a row? I would like to accept that as a challenge I can meet. Do I like this over the Elf Cavalier build? I have no strong... If you were here for the start of the league, I mentioned I have no strong feelings on this. Like many of the decks that we play on this stream, this is card for card that someone has sent me. I've not played this archetype before. I've played against a variety of builds. I will say that this build without elves is probably much better against the red mid-range deck that's been going around because you're not getting Chain Whirlered and destroyed in this deck. But holy crap, chat, it's a keepable 7. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Cast my colorless lightning strike. So real clean curve here. We'll go Rejuvenator on 3, Hour of Promise on 4. Then we'll draw some biggity bombs off the top of our deck and go from there. Wingding Doomblade. Wingding Lightning Strike's more accurate. Yeah, for folks asking about Modern, I'm adding it back tentatively with a higher price tag. I'm always willing to try things when the formats change. I think there's a good chance Modern's still going to be God bless America, my country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Does this look at 4 cards or 5? Looks at 5 cards. All right, so we had 21 lands in 51 hits there. We were 94% to hit a land on that trigger. Swing and a miss. Ugin's a very good draw though, so we got that going for us. You wanted to keep 7, miss on your Rejuvenator. Get wrecked. We are the 6%. If we're the 6%, is that okay? We're not the 1%. Wow, that's really bad, bub. It's an exceptionally long delay. Yeah, if we'd have hit a land there, we'd have cast Ugin on 5. Instead, we are very much not casting Ugin on 5. The good news is here, this Hour of Promise is gonna make 2 zombie friends. We'll get Field of the Dead here. This is Sirach. It has Formidable, which says if you have total power of 8 or more at the start of your turn, a creature gets haste. Sure, you have a Galta. You got it. It's my body is ready to 0-3 drop, chat. I have never been more prepared to 0-3 drop a league in my life. Never been more prepared to 0-3 drop. And I'm clicking submit. I'm clicking submit. Click submit. You can't Ugin that one. But they only paid 2 mana. Yeah, we're saving up all our cumulative variants. All right, sick. Let's do it, and do it, and do it, and do it again. We're not out of it yet, chat. We can still win these next 2. And run it back off. Okay, I believe. I believe in a thing called Grazer. All right, let's draw a 3 mana ramp spell here. Slow and steady. 5-0, 10-0 coming from JC. Here's hoping. Here's hoping. Mox blocker. Do. Oh no, you were supposed to block. This was 1 turn late here. All right, Rejuvenator. I'm trusting you, Rejuvenator. All right, before this trigger resolves, there's 52 cards in my deck. 23 of them are lands. We're looking at 5. We are 95.4% to hit a land here. So basically, if we lose, we roll the natural 1. Why do you call your shot? I am ready to stumble and die. Survey says... Whew. We even hit the desert, chat, so we get to our promise next turn. Oh, I guess I want to Oblivion Sower next turn, actually, huh? I'm kind of disappointed we hit the land. Wow. Wow, way to be on Team Not Jeff. What did I ever do to you? Just doing our best to get by in the cold, hard world. Just for the sake of good television, fair. Harsh, but fair. We're going to have Sirach into just Great Henge, okay? That's true. Team Jeff definitely isn't into partying. I think the only alcohol in my house is whatever Matthew left in my freezer outside my garage. Had to resubscribe for the 95% hit. Thanks, Dran. Can't block here, so creatures have 2 power or less. Yeah, probably Tito's. There's probably Tito's in my garage for Matthew. Yep. This card's also really good against Ugin. Okay. Survey says, I'd like 2 lands, please. Have you ever drank anything that isn't something an 18-year-old would enjoy? Nah, probably not. If my alcohol can't pass itself off as candy, I don't drink it. That's my rule. The alcohol has to be able to double as candy. What are they? Target sells these like frozen slushy drinks. When I purchase alcohol for myself on the very rare occasion, that's usually what I get. I think we might be dead, chat. I think we might be dead. If you add enough Hawaiian fruit punch, anything works. I'll take your word for it. What was it? Matthew made a mixed drink at one point that wasn't bad. I think it was Fireball and Rum Chata. It tasted like cinnamon cereal. Just casual 7-mana off the Nykthos. No big deal. Who's Matthew? Matthew is Mapamonte. Someone who lives locally to me. Someone when I traveled to play a bunch of Paper Magic, went out and about with us. Weird that they didn't make a 1/1 there with that. In the non-magic world, we call those people our friends. I don't want to tell Matthew he's my friend. That'll go right to his head. I'm gonna concede here. Are we supposed to play another one? Or can I be done? I feel like nobody's gonna be watching this far into the video anyways. I'm gonna be done. Let's play some JAC. This deck kinda sucks. And by sucks, I don't mean the power level of the deck. I just mean, in terms of how interesting it is, it kind of just isn't. I think some iteration of this archetype is plenty reasonable. I think not having a Walking Ballista in the 75 was a huge punt. How many you're supposed to play is up for debate. Whether or not you're supposed to play Elves and Cavaliers or these Oblivion Sowers, I don't really have strong opinions on. I think even when this deck runs well, the gameplay it generates is pretty dry and linear. It's very much a, do you have it? Can they outlinear you? Etc, etc. So, Alright, let's hit a quick ad roll while we get set up for the next one. When we get back, we're gonna play some Just Guys Sentency combo. Thanks for hanging out, folks. I'm just gonna roll a really quick one. I'm gonna take a 3-minute break like we usually do. Just a quick 60 seconds, so back in a second.